Hi and welcome to The Zone. This is the Fantasy Football Zone. Your home for everything fantasy football.
Yeah.
My name is Dennis Musau and I'm joined by my two close friends. Let them introduce themselves.
Ideal guy, Mark Leon Cavale. I'm really excited, guys, to be on the show today. And I'm really hoping and looking forward to a great show.
Fantastic. And to my right,
The big deal himself, Pompey mwenyewe. And I mean, for fantasy football lovers and even a football fan, this is a show for you.
Maze, I'm excited.
Yes,
We've been talking about doing this for the longest time. You know,
How long?
finally we're here.
Yes,
We are going to be giving people our fantasy experience in terms of how we engage with the season, how we choose players,
That's right.
and hopefully we won't shame ourselves in terms of the positions we finish in our mini leagues.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd like to ask you if you can kindly subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon to get a notification every time we publish a video. We really appreciate your support, right? So the 2020-2021 season is upon us.
Yes.
Before we even dive into the season, let's reflect, right?
Yeah.
Last season, 2019-2020 season,
Yes.
a very weird season, to say the least.
Yeah.
To start off, we had like a 3-month break at some point in the season that totally threw us off.
Yeah.
But in general, tell me, Kabali, like what was your FPL experience last season?
FPL last season was a good season for me.
Yeah.
I think if I look back, especially during this, compare it in two parts.
Yeah.
Pre-lockdown and post-lockdown. So when I look at, I think I really had my best season my best part of my season pre-lockdown.
You're number one in most of the mini leagues.
Definitely. And if you look at it, that's the most part of the
Yeah.
so that's the part that
Yeah.
mattered for me.
Yes.
And when I look at, of course, the second part from game week 31 plus, I think it really didn't go well for me.
You lost your mojo.
I lost my mojo, the touch to be able to just compete as much as I was competing. I think.
At what point do you think you lost your touch? I mean, what kind of decisions did you make that hurt you eventually?
The wild card, the wild card that we were given, getting into the post-lockdown.
Yeah.
I of course now had to rearrange the whole team just now based on what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
Some players who I thought are gonna perform,
Yeah.
such as KDB, really he didn't kick it off, especially running after post
The
lockdown.
restart. Yeah.
I think Sterling had a good season. When I signed him, KDB started performing,
Yeah.
especially around game week 38 plus. When I had my free hit, I wanted to play my free hit and
It didn't go so well
it
as
didn't
well.
go so well.
I remember
KDB
also
gave
your
it.
captain choice. You captain
Triple
Willian.
captain.
Triple captain William.
captain, yes.
It was a match against what? William got
Norwich.
William got
Norwich,
1 point.
Yes, no, he got
Chelsea.
5. He got 5, gave me
Five.
15. However, that is not a triple captain.
Yeah, value.
Triple captain value is from
I
40
remember
and above.
I triple captain Kevin De Bruyne
I
for that double game week.
Yeah.
First match, he gave me 15 points. I was hoping he would get the second match, but unfortunately, Pep Roulé, he was benched for the second match.
Rotation.
But tally of 45 points wasn't so bad for my
For
triple
triple
captain.
captain.
Then I think yours worked.
Mine worked.
Mine did work. I triple captain Hurricane for the last game. Because we all know Hurricane for the last games.
Yeah, he's bound to
He's-
give you
yeah.
multiple
He gave you
goals.
a William for me.
He got 1 goal.
No, he had a better.
He
He
got
got
one
5
goal.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was.
I think I had a
No,
yellow
we can't
card.
compare. We can't go for that.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are some of the lessons that you think you have learned from that experience that you're taking into the 2021 season?
Lesson number 1: don't panic, especially making transfers.
Yeah.
I think for me, I really panicked towards the end. Game week 38 plus, I captained Oba that whole week.
Yeah.
I knew he's my captain.
You knew the goals were
I
coming.
knew the goals were going to have to come. He was chasing for the goal and then the 3 minutes to the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Possibly Sterling
You
against
changed-
Norwich. 5 goals plus. Man, I regretted that decision. So definitely don't rush
panic.
this. Don't panic. Just take it
Play it
step
cool.
by step.
Play it
Step
cool.
by step.
I like it. I think for me is Maze, stay away from the hits. Last season I took too many hits. Every game week, I think I was addicted to the adrenaline of making transfers.
So what's your highest hit taker?
I I think I took a -12 at some
-12.
point. I never came back from there. Yeah,
You're not playing catch up with
I
all
was,
of
I was
us.
always playing catch up now. And I think in that game week, I took a -12, and everyone else like hit above average, and I still got below average points. You see,
I think that's
so
a
I was
critical
double
lesson.
disadvantage.
That's a critical lesson
Very.
right there.
Yeah.
Don't take rash decisions
Yeah.
because, especially to get many hits, because when you're playing catch up,
Yeah.
you tend to now make mistakes more
Yes.
rather than actually playing
Exactly.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, so for this season, to be honest, I'm taking it cool. I'm planning maybe 2-3 game weeks ahead, and hopefully I'll perform better.
I think my take would be don't wait your chips until the end
Yeah.
of the game, because I struggled with my bench boost, because I was wondering 2 game weeks left. I had 2 chips. I had my bench boost and my triple captain.
Yeah, and you
So
are forced to use
I was forced
both
to.
of them.
Yeah. So but luckily my bench boost worked.
Yeah.
So it was a comsa situation, but that's not.
For some reason, I would want to disagree with you a bit.
Uh-huh.
My tactic is to normally use my wildcard just before the Christmas season, and then use the last wildcard towards the end of the season, so that I can be able to try to adjust. Most of my chips, I use them as tips to get me either to the top of a league. I see I need to catch up, so I try to bring in the chips around towards the end of the season, knowing how my season looks. So yeah, it can go both ways.
Yes, it can.
Chip strategy is definitely a key thing. Maybe we'll do an episode where we just talk about chip strategy and see how we can best utilize our chips.
Definitely.
So fantastic. So the old is gone, the new is here.
Yes.
2021 season, it's exciting. Some new exciting players have come into the league. I mean, there's every talent seems to be attracted to the Premier League right now.
Of course.
Yeah, so let's look at some of these new signings and maybe their value as FPL assets, right?
Yes.
I think we can start with that Chelsea team. They are the Cinderella of this transfer
Let's sign
season.
everyone.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just sign.
Five transfers in already.
Yeah.
Hakim Ziyech,
We have
Timo Werner,
we have Chilwell,
Ben Chilwell,
Thiago Silva,
Thiago Silva, and
And
we're waiting
awaiting
for the big one, Kai Havertz, right?
possibly a goalkeeper may come
And
in.
possibly a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
In that Chelsea team, who are you looking at as a player you will definitely have in your FPL team as you're starting the season?
They have great assets, especially when you look at Ziyech and Werner, and Chilwell especially. But I think one who will stand out this season is going to be Timo Werner, especially at his price point. I think they gave him a very beautiful price point of 9.5. And he's a great asset, especially with his stats. I mean, he's a guy who can get you 28 goals a season, and that's what he got for Leipzig, and 8 assists. You can imagine such a striker who is lethal. Under Frank Lampard, I think he's
a young, exciting manager.
Yeah,
he can be a big hitter.
He's going to be a big hitter for us.
Let's hope he hits the ground running. You remember what happened to Nicola Pepe last season? He came in, he had similar stats, crazy stats.
Well, the expectations I think are a bit different, especially if you see the 72 million price tag that Pepe
Oh,
was
you
carrying
think
on
that
his
had
shoulders.
an effect on his performance?
And Werner also has the advantage of having other signings around him who are carrying also
to
that
shoulder the
weight.
pressure.
Yes.
Just behind him has a 90 million almost. Who
So you want to put the pressure on Kai Havertz?
I think the pressure would be on Kai Havertz's
Because of the
shoulders
press tag.
Because of
to prove something, but I think that pressure shouldn't be there, especially at 21. I
Okay.
think he has something. He has some time to grow and
Interesting.
Okay, Timo Werner.
I'm going
What
for
you looking
Hakim.
Hakim Ziyech.
He's talking about Timo.
Yeah.
I'm going for Hakim Ziyech.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen from fantasy where points are garnered
In
the midfield. And he's one to go for with 16 assists. Was it 16 assists last when he was at Ajax? With now the supply to Timo. That's a person to know.
He will finish all those assists for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, let's see if the Premier League is a different proposition for them. It's
definitely
different as a league.
Kabisa.
So let's hope they'll be able to keep up with the numbers.
Sure.
Okay, other exciting signings to look at. Willian moved to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Last season he had 9
triple
goals.
captain.
Your triple captain. Let's hope this season he will redeem
Let's
himself.
hope he'll redeem himself.
Do you think Willian will be a good asset in the FPL team? Do you think he's a starter?
Yes, he's a fit for Arsenal. In terms of even the personnel he's bringing. He's bringing experience. He's bringing something different. And
Bags of pace,
bags
even
of
at
pace.
32.
A set piece taker.
Yeah.
So he will be somebody Arsenal will benefit.
And I think Willian will be a bit of a differential. I don't think everyone is gonna go for Willian.
And his price point 8
8
million.
million,
I think that's a really good price point for someone who's going to create many chances for a finisher like Aubameyang. So I think that he's going to really fit in that team, and hopefully the rotation won't be as much for him. But I think he's a good
one to look out for. Okay, Tottenham have also made some signings. There's Matt Doherty at right back. I think he walks into that
FPL
starting
legend.
lineup.
FPL legend.
Okay, that's definitely going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, definitely.
Pierre Hodgback.
Hodgback.
Not for FPL, but I think for Tottenham.
For generally a football player,
he might have some value. Okay,
it may make them more defensively
sound.
Yes.
Also, he might improve the value of Doherty as a defensive asset in the team.
Yes.
That would be interesting. Someone like Adam Lallana, moving from Liverpool to Brighton.
It's been a while since Lallana played.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I tried to research. There's hardly any stat about Lallana. He had 1 goal last season
and 3 games.
3 games, I think. He played 3 matches. He was bored to death.
I think especially being such a Liverpool side that it's so deep in the squad. He's going to, of course, he's going to have to lack some game time. And with the departure of Aaron Moore, I think there's quite something to look
at,
especially in that Brighton.
I think he could be maybe like what Danny Ings, Danny Ings played. You see how he moved from Liverpool, wasn't getting game time, goes into Southampton, and becomes the man there. And you see what he did last season.
That's right.
Yeah, some interesting signings there to look out for.
I think let's not forget Aaron Ramsdale. With the Sheffield defense. He showed us glimpses of heroic.
Yeah, although he was part of like the leakiest defense last season.
Now we are giving him a
good defense.
A good defense.
Okay.
How would you see him in light of what Dean Henderson has done for
he's definitely no Dean Henderson.
Yes,
he's no Dean Henderson, but he has a lot of potential.
And he makes a lot of saves.
Yeah.
So I think he would be good.
No, he's a sharp keeper.
Yeah, and his price point is really catchy, especially if you're looking for affordable, probably second keeper. It'd be really great to look at.
Okay, so I think we are looking forward to even many more signings coming into the Premier League this season. The window is open for yet another month or so.
Yes.
So hopefully, let's see, maybe Messi. We're having talks of Messi to Man City. We're having talks of Jadon Sancho to Man United. I mean, FPL will never be the same again. If those two
should have started with Jadon Sancho, then Messi. Because when you mention Messi, you do not want to talk about fantasy football.
Let's wait for it to happen.
Hopefully it happens.
In the meantime, also newly promoted teams, right?
Yes.
We have these 3 new teams that have come to the Premier League. There is Leeds United, there is West Brom, and there is Fulham, right? Out of those 3 teams. I remember last season we ruled out Sheffield United. Everybody thought Sheffield would go straight back to the Championship, and look what they did. So clearly we can't underestimate these teams.
That's right.
Out of these teams, who do you think is an FPL asset to look at, and who would be value for our teams?
I mean, when you look at the newly promoted sides, you cannot turn away from the Champions League. You of course have to look at the defense. Look at the forwards. Marcelo Bielsa is a
that's a big name.
Tactical legend. He's one who loves free-flowing football. Especially look at the guys he has as his fullbacks, because they give attacking returns. Likes of Ayling and Luke Ayling and Dallas. I think they give attacking returns. Just a few stats here. Out of 37 appearances for Ayling, he had 4 goals and 4 assists. As a defender, that's not bad.
That's something.
Stuart Dallas, out of 45 appearances, he had 5 goals and 3 assists. That's really not bad, especially for a defender. And of course they have midfield assets, but I think they're a bit expensive. But when you look forward, the point man has been Patrick Bamford,
the former Chelsea man.
The former Chelsea man. I watched him since a long time ago, and I think he has really grown. And I think he has something to offer at 5.5 million. With the amount of goals, he scored 16 goals and 2 assists out of 43 appearances. I think Patrick Bamford. However, you need to look at also the new signing that they've just brought in, Rodrigo. So that there's going to be quite some competition for that number.
Do you think Rodrigo sits Bamford on the bench?
I know. For me, I don't.
He's a starter. Bamford is still a starter.
Bamford is a starter.
So Rodrigo is going to be a backup.
He brings different.
He's more experienced.
Who?
Rodrigo is more experienced.
But when when we talk about Premier League and Champions, at least they have a similarity.
Yeah.
So
as opposed to him coming from Spain.
Because now Rodrigo has to go into culture to settle down. So for me, Patrick will definitely be a starter. And he brings a different dimension in the leads because his aerial ability. So,
however, he also misses quite a number of chances. I hope he can work on that in this.
Clinical.
Yeah, he's not as clinical. So because he missed about 33 chances.
Wow. He had 16 goals and missed 33 chances.
Imagine all those clear cut. So I think he needs to work on that. But he's a good asset. 5.5.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Fulham. Fulham, I think there's a player there that everyone is looking at this point in time, or everyone should be looking at. Alexander Mitrovic.
Proven EPL.
He's a proven EPL asset and FPL asset.
Yes.
Last season he had 26 goals for the championship side. They won promotion through the playoffs, and I feel like they have something to prove. They wouldn't want to go back straight as the same way they came. So I feel like Mitrovic will be some value at 6 million, especially in that forward position where a lot of the players have been removed this season. All of them have been put in the midfield.
He's definitely somebody to look at for me. Now talking about the reduced number of forwards and his price tag, definitely
it makes him something to look at.
Yes,
for sure. So in that Fulham team, I'm looking at Mitrovic. I'm looking at Joe Bryan, the left back. Attacking returns as well. He had 7 assists, 3 goals. He played like I think 41 matches out of the 48. So I feel like he has something to offer. Let's see how he settles and gels into the league.
Into the EPL.
Then hopefully that's someone who we can have in our side.
I think we're coming to a point
at 5 million, a bit pricey. I would prefer if he was at 4.5 until he proves himself.
If he proves himself, I think 5 million is not too bad. However, if he proves himself and you get onto him late and price increases, so then let's just assess over games 1 and 2. You can notice because he has also some tough fixtures for the start. So
for sure.
So lastly, West
Brom. We're talking about Matthias Pereira with his price tag at 6 million, and he had 16 assists. At
from
6
midfield.
million, yes, from midfield. So with 16 assists at 6 million. Definitely that's somebody to look at for,
especially if he's able to translate that form
exactly. And now at the way the midfield is, he's definitely somebody you can always rotate with as your first bench. So that's a very key point to look out for West Ham. And probably somebody else I'll talk about is Ajay. He's the centre back, the most reliable. Out of the 40 something games, he played like 43. So and
rotation
he had 5 goals, and with 5 goals, a good centre back.
Scoring defender. We love those.
We love those
in the
if I can get a defender who can
give you some goals
at his price point, I mean, really, I would love to have him in as someone probably as someone who comes from the bench in case my player misses a game. So
So clearly, there's some exciting talent in the Premier League this season. Exciting players to have in our FPL team. It's a big conundrum in terms of squad selection now more than ever, especially with how they have just crammed that midfield with every star player. I feel like we're going to be in for an interesting one. Because
now you notice you can't have like 3 big hitters.
You can't have Sterling.
You can't.
Aubameyang, De Bruyne, and Bruno.
There's Salah there.
There's Salah, there's Mane. Last season we had at least 4 of those in the team.
So it's gonna be and Greenwood. Remember, Greenwood 7.5.
But they've done us a disservice with Mason Greenwood. From 4.5, 5 million to 7.5.
I hope his points tally can help him to actually live up to that amount of money. Because I think it's
too high.
Probably they should have given him a 6.5.
Maybe a 6.5.
Go for a 5.5. Because now he was from a 4.0 and he wasn't a starter. Now it's
but if he keeps up the form, if he keeps up the form, keeps up his goal scoring record the way he was showing that he can, I think at 7.5 he's not.
It also depends. You have a really packed season, and if United sign a winner, for example, Jadon Sancho, that may also dictate
his game time.
So it also probably would tell you, is he really valued for money? So let's wait and see what Man United and Solskjaer do in the transfer market.
So basically we've looked at a lot of players. Finally, let's talk about fix and forget, right?
Yeah.
Basically, out of all the players in the Premier League, the new signings, the newly promoted team, and the ones that are already there, who are you looking at as your possible fix and forget? That player who you put in your team and you leave him there for the entire season. Unless they get an injury, you know.
I think there are names we can't miss.
Yeah.
Like my man, Bruno
Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he's on penalty.
Yeah.
He's on set piece.
Yeah.
He's the engine now, as we see.
Yeah,
as
that
Manchester.
guy had an effect on that Manchester team.
Yes.
You guys were dead in the water before he came.
But he came on January, and with 8 goals, man.
Look no further.
Than Bruno.
I think when I look at fix and forget, of course, 2 or 3 names come up.
Yeah.
But I think one that really stands out, not because I'm an Arsenal fan, but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. When you look at Aubameyang, you of course notice a few things. He's a goal scorer. He's Arsenal's talisman.
Yeah.
Probably he could sign a new contract, captain.
Yeah.
So he has a lot to live up to. But also he's a previous Golden Boot winner in the last
season. And he missed the last season with only one goal.
Just one goal.
Yeah.
Compare him with Vardy.
Yeah.
36 appearances. Vardy had as well
35.
Yeah, 35, 36. And 23, 22.
Similar.
Goals. Yeah, assists 4, 5. So they're quite similar.
Yeah.
More value for money, especially because he is a midfielder.
Yeah.
Clean sheets you have.
I think I'd also go for Aubameyang also because of the impact of William.
Yeah. I feel like William is going to feed him some good stuff.
Chances.
Because now Arteta will have different
he has Pepe.
strategies to do.
Yeah.
So
especially, I think it will be so beneficial if Aubameyang plays as a forward.
Yes.
And you have him flanked by William and Pepe.
Yeah.
I think that can work
That
so
can
well for
work.
us,
Yeah.
for him as an essential asset.
For sure.
Okay, I think for me, I'm going for none other than the midfield general himself, Mr. Kevin De Bruyne. The numbers speak for themselves.
Fantastic.
20 assists last season, 13 goals. That Man City team looked a different proposition without him in the side. I feel like he's, especially in that side where Pep Roulé is affecting people so much, we can't be sure of who's going to start.
And
De Bruyne is one who you're guaranteed
definitely
that he is definitely going to get.
He's also on penalties, so that tells you a lot. That
for sure.
He's going to, of course, return for you. Whenever Man City gets a penalty, and his price point is not that bad, especially for a KDB 11.5.
Yeah,
that's quite something.
Also, I'm looking at Raheem Sterling. I'm not sure about him as a fix and forget, but
as an asset,
Raheem Sterling is one that we should not overlook.
As a fix.
Definitely. The guy had 2 hat-tricks last season.
Yes.
And when he's in the mood, he will definitely bring you the points.
Towards the end of the season, post-lockdown,
Yeah.
We get to see that actually he picked up the form. There's a point with which in the season, just pre-lockdown, he kind of had a slow engagement, especially in scoring goals.
Yeah.
But he came alive.
Do you think he will be haunted by that Champions League miss that cost them the Champions League?
I think he's a top quality player.
Yeah.
And he of course understands what it means. Yeah, of course it comes and goes, but I mean he's one not to look away from. Raheem Sterling, it's going to be a conundrum. Look between KDB and Sterling.
Yeah.
And
let's see who's scores more.
Let's not forget Mr. Trent Alexander.
He's a legend.
How many assists? 13 assists from the back. That's a fix and forget. Regardless of his price tag at 7.5, he'll definitely have an impact.
I think all big hitters.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any differential in that fix and forget category. Maybe keepers, somebody like a Nick Pope.
But you need to really assess fast. You see, Burnley is not really the go-to team, especially as the season starts. They normally pick up the pace a bit
as we go.
So I just hope he can pick it up. So probably around game week 3 you can know, because they don't play game week 1, so you can game week 2, 3 assess and see is Burnley defense as strong. So we hope and see, but he is one very top keeper.
Wonderful. Clearly we have an awesome season to look forward to. The 2021 season will definitely bring us some special moments.
That's right.
We are waiting to see if these new players will hit the ground running. We are waiting to see who will walk away with the title this season. We also have a mini league, which we are excited to see who will walk away with the title this season.
The title,
right?
Yeah.
We were going to put our code right here so that you guys can join in and compare with us, you know, in terms of your squad selection and your ability to spot, you know, differentials and all that. Captain picks. We're looking forward to going through all that experience with you guys. So we hope you will be keen to join along and just join our mini league. And for sure, we're going to have some good times together.
That's right.
Yeah. So with that, I think we have come to the end of the show.
Sadly, but
we can't wait for game week 1. Game week 1 coming up soon. I hope you stay tuned to join us for game week 1 as we kickstart the Premier League season. Please subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon to get a notification every time we publish a video. Follow our social media sites and engage with us on everything from football and fantasy football. My name is Dennis Musau.
Mark Leon Kavali, the ideal guy.
Pompey, the big deal himself.
And thank you so much for staying with us. Peace.